Sometimes, as English teachers, it feels like we continuously write and deliver feedback to students about their work in order to help them achieve their personal best. Despite the hours of lovingly crafting effective feedback for students, there is no guarantee that they will read, understand, nor apply this feedback to their work. Sometimes feedback, regardless of whether it is positive or negative, communicates to students that their work is in some way flawed or wrong, and students can become crushed by this. As an English teacher, this is an extremely delicate line to walk. How can we effectively give feedback without completely defeating students in the process? As we already know, teachers must create positive relationships with students in order for effective learning to take place. It is extremely important for teachers to construct a positive classroom atmosphere for students where mistakes are valued for their potential to enhance learning for all. Without these positive relationships, it becomes easy for students to construe feedback as a personal attack on their work. The deliverance and acceptance of feedback is thus a two-way process between student and teacher. Normally, but not always, it is the teacher who provides feedback to support students in the completion of a task or to achieve a particular academic outcome. The student then acts on this feedback to support their learning. To strengthen the effectiveness of feedback, we can choose to involve students in the feedback process. An array of theory supports the active use of peer feedback in the classroom. By facilitating peer feedback, we are able to guide students in progressing beyond the cognitive processes required for completing a specific task, as students must now read, compare, or question ideas, suggest modifications, or even compare one's own work with the work of others. By employing peer feedback, we can encourage students to read, view, interpret, and evaluate peer texts, which are all skills mentioned and taught within the ACE. But for peer learning to be truly effective, we have to scaffold it, and scaffold it well. Students can't be expected to provide feedback, especially effective feedback, without being given the tools to do so. So first, we need to teach students what feedback is, what it looks like, what its purpose is, and ensure students understand the nature of the task and activity of which they are critiquing. They need to be given the strategies to properly provide feedback to their classmates. Through peer feedback and mediation, students can become critical and reflective on the work of their peers and themselves. Over time, this can lead to increased learning and cognitive functioning for students. Once teachers teach students how to give feedback, effective feedback from agents other than the teacher can take place, and sometimes the feedback given by peers becomes the most effective in learning. For more information on how to facilitate this process in your own classroom, please refer to Activity 1 in the study guide.